Tigers, the apex predators of Asia's wildest habitats, have long symbolized power, strength, and majesty. But something surprising is happening to them. They're shrinking, slowly, and the reason is deeply unsettling. Across several tiger populations, scientists have recorded a subtle but consistent trend towards smaller body sizes. This phenomenon isn't just a natural fluctuation, it's raising serious questions about human influence. Environmental stressors, especially those caused by humans, are believed to be reshaping the tiger's physical evolution. For centuries, tigers roamed vast territories filled with dense forests, prey, and minimal human interference. Today, their habitats are fragmented by roads, farms, and expanding cities that restrict their natural ranges. Smaller habitats often lead to inbreeding, which can reduce genetic diversity and limit physical development. Over time, this results in less variation in body size, which can cause overall shrinkage. Food scarcity is another contributing factor that may push tigers towards smaller, more energy-efficient physiques. When prey becomes rare, larger tigers struggle more to meet the energy demands of their massive bodies. Smaller tigers, on the other hand, may survive better with limited food in degraded environments. A study in the Sundarbans revealed that Bengal tigers there are significantly smaller than mainland counterparts. These mangrove forests, though rich in biodiversity, are also heavily impacted by climate change and pollution. Tigers there have adapted by becoming more agile and compact, traits favored in that difficult environment. Some scientists believe this could be a form of rapid evolutionary response to increasing environmental pressure. Pollution, particularly from heavy metals and pesticides, has also been linked to stunted growth in wildlife. Tigers exposed to contaminated prey may experience hormonal disruptions that affect growth and reproductive health. The long-term effect? Tigers that are not just fewer in number, but physically smaller and less robust. Selective poaching further complicates the picture, as hunters often target the largest, most majestic individuals. Over time, this artificially selects against large size, skewing the gene pool towards smaller offspring. In effect, we're unintentionally pressuring the species to shrink, both in population and in stature. Captive breeding programs, though helpful, sometimes fail to preserve the genetic traits of wild tigers. Captive environments often lack the selective pressures that shape a tiger's size and survival skills naturally. This means reintroducing captive tigers may not reverse the size shrinkage trend occurring in wild populations. Rising global temperatures also play a subtle but real role in animal size changes across ecosystems. The temperature size rule suggests animals tend to be smaller in warmer climates to dissipate heat efficiently. As the planet heats up, tigers may unconsciously adapt by evolving into more heat-tolerant, smaller forms. All these pressures, environmental, genetic, human-made, combine to accelerate physical transformation over generations. What's alarming is that these changes are happening faster than nature typically allows. Evolution usually takes thousands of years, but human activity is compressing it into decades. That's why biologists are sounding alarms. These aren't isolated incidents, but part of a global trend. Tigers aren't alone. Many apex predators are shrinking under the weight of ecological disruption. Wolves in Europe and North America have shown signs of similar physical downsizing under habitat pressure. Even marine predators like sharks are growing smaller due to overfishing and oceanic pollution. For tigers, this shrinking trend poses real risks to their hunting success and reproductive competitiveness. Larger tigers dominate territories and mate more frequently. Smaller ones often struggle to assert dominance. With weaker individuals surviving, the genetic robustness of the population may continue to erode. The question becomes, are we witnessing a temporary adaptation or a permanent evolutionary shift? And more importantly, what can be done to stop or reverse it before it's too late? Conservation efforts must move beyond protecting numbers and start focusing on preserving ecological and genetic health. Protecting large, continuous habitats gives tigers the space needed to thrive and maintain natural body sizes. Ensuring genetic diversity through careful monitoring and breeding strategies is also essential to their long-term survival. Better regulations on pollutants and industrial encroachment can help reduce hormonal and growth-related disruptions. Fighting climate change, though a massive task, plays a direct role in stabilizing animal physiology globally. Community education in tiger zones helps locals understand the importance of maintaining balanced ecosystems. The future of tigers depends on collective action. From governments to grassroots, everyone has a role. If trends continue unchallenged, future generations might know tigers only as smaller, weaker shadows of their past. That would be an irreplaceable loss not only to biodiversity, but to the natural heritage of our planet. Every kilogram lost in tiger mass represents years of accumulated ecological stress and human interference. Wildlife biologists urge immediate and focused research to better track physical changes over time. By comparing skeletal remains from past centuries with current specimens, size trends become more visible. One such study in China confirmed a significant decline in tiger skull size since the 1950s. These physical records serve as silent witnesses to the unfolding evolutionary consequences of modern civilization. They remind us that no species, not even apex predators, are immune to the pressures of our world. The majestic roar of the tiger may be echoing into an uncertain and shrinking future. But knowledge gives us the power to act before more damage becomes irreversible. By recognizing these patterns now, we still have time to change the trajectory for tiger populations. Every policy that protects forests also protects the physiological integrity of the creatures within them. Every conservation dollar spent wisely can help preserve not just numbers, but strength and vitality. With bold leadership and science-backed strategies, we can keep tigers from fading in size and spirit. Preserving their full potential isn't just about protecting a species, it's about defending nature's resilience. In their eyes and bodies lives the story of evolution, and we are now active participants in it. We must choose whether we want to leave behind a world of giants or their diminished descendants. Tigers are more than animals. They are keystone beings holding entire ecosystems together. Losing even a portion of their size means disrupting a balance built over millennia. The stakes are high, but the opportunity to act is still within reach if we move quickly. Support local and global tiger conservation groups working on the front lines of this biological battle. Demand stronger protections from lawmakers and ensure that corporate interests don't override natural preservation. Support science education, so the next generation understands the value of biodiversity and ecological stewardship. Be conscious consumers. The products we buy often directly affect tiger habitats across the globe. Even palm oil, commonly found in everyday products, contributes to the deforestation of key tiger territories. Holding companies accountable for their environmental footprint helps reduce pressure on already vulnerable ecosystems. As individuals, we may feel powerless, but combined efforts always create waves of change over time. Share this knowledge with others. Awareness is the first step toward meaningful conservation action. Talk about it, post about it, and help spread the urgency of preserving true wildlife integrity. The shrinking of tigers isn't just a wildlife issue, it's a mirror reflecting our global priorities. If we want powerful animals to roam our planet, we must make powerful choices to protect them. Let the tiger remain not just a symbol of strength, but proof of our strength to protect. Because a world with full-sized, thriving tigers is a world where nature still wins, and so do we.